considered as the largest country in the world for producing the milk, pulses and spices. Land reforms means just transferring the ownership of land to tillers. Every agriculture products which requires the proper storage facilities, either it is durable or it is perishable. Namaste my dear students, I am your Shubha Hebba, Faculty of Commerce, Vidhyaashram First Grade College, the Temple of Excellence, Mysuru. My dear students, a warm welcome to this session. Yes, session on the topic of issues in agriculture sector in India, which belongs to first unit, features and problems of Indian economy, of pre-reforms Indian economy. In this session, we are going to discuss about what are the different issues in agriculture sector, and also we are going to discuss what are the priority area to support the agriculture sector and land reforms and different objectives of land reforms in India. Let us start the session with content. Yes, a small introduction to this chapter and issues in agriculture sector. Yes, we are going to discuss what are the real problems we are facing to improve the agriculture sector. And next, what are the priority area to support to the agriculture sectors? So how to improve the agriculture sector? Which are the different allied sector which helps to improve the agriculture sector, that we are going to discuss in the priority area for support. Okay. And next, land reforms in India. What is the meaning of land reforms and what are the different objectives of land reforms in India? These are all different content we are going to discuss in this session. Yes, my dear students, let us start issues in agriculture sector in India. Yes, more than half of the total population, which means 58% of total population depends on agriculture sector, but contribution by agriculture sector to the GDP is very low. Agriculture sector, though it is considered as a backbone of our economic system, but contribution by agriculture sector is very less compared to service sector and industrial sectors. What are the different reasons behind it? Yes, of course, we have achieved a largest position in different food grain production. India considered as the largest country in the world for producing the milk, pulses and spices. And it is second largest country in the productions of rice, wheat, cotton and sugarcane and different kinds of meat like goat, sheep, and other different kinds of meats, which tells about the positions, that largest position in the world. Though we have achieved a largest positions, we are not able to a significant progress in agriculture sectors. What are the different reasons behind it? That we have to discuss. Let us discuss what are the different issues in agriculture sector in India. Just first one, the small and fragment land holdings. What do you mean by small and fragment land holdings? So, which tells about a small pieces of land which is uneconomical to have an economic activity. Okay, so this is considered as fragmentations of land. Yes, the process of agriculture farming which requires a large amount of acres or large amount of area which yield high productivity. What are the effects of fragmentations of land? Yes, by cultivating with a small pieces of land, it leads to low productivity and high efficiency. And also fragmentations of land which tells about that is no proper ownership and no proper documentations of land assets. Okay, so this is the main problems which less yieldings in agriculture sectors. And second one, seeds. Yes, seeds is one of the important factor to the agriculture sector. And what were the conditions before and after independence? Yes, the good qualities of seeds, it was out of reach to the farmers. The prices of good qualities of seeds was very high, and our poor peasant family was not able to purchase those types of seeds, and they were using very less quality seeds. And also it's particularly the purchasing of good quality seeds not possible by marginal farmers. Okay. And yes, by considerations of problems of high variety of seeds, the government has introduced different agencies to provide the good qualitative seeds. So I have notified two agencies here. So one is the National Seeds Corporation, the National Seeds Corporation, in 1963, and second one, State Farmer Corporation of India in 1969. So different two agencies has established by the government to solve these problems. And another one program, high yielding variety programs, high yielding variety programs okay, in 1966 to 67. So these are all three important programs which introduced by the government to solve the seed problems to the farmers. And the next issues, it is lack of capitals. Yes, we know every production process which requires the capital formations, agriculture also which requires the capital formations for purchasing of different raw materials, for purchasing of different factors like seeds and tractors, tillers, so fertilizers, everything which requires a capital investment. But our peasant family, they were not able to invest that much amount of money because of just agriculture productivity is less, so income of that family also very less than one who not able to gain, and of course he is not able to invest. So lack of capital is also one of the major problems in agriculture sectors. And next one, irrigations. Yes, we know that our agriculture system depends upon irrigations. Yes, we have 18% of total population of the world population, but we have only 4% of world fresh water. So what is the ratio between these two? Which means that we purely depends on irrigations. More than 51% of total agriculture area depends upon irrigation facilities. This was the major reason, which means other 48-49% depends upon monsoons. We know that we have always gambling with the monsoons. We don't know about the regularity of our monsoon system. So irrigation facility is very important to get a good crops. Is it? So this is the main problems of our agriculture system. And next one, that primitive methods of cultivations. So we can say unscientific methods of cultivation. Yes, primitive methods, it is characterized by that all the peasant family, just they were cultivating different types of crops for their consumptions. They were using that all the traditional methods in the cultivations. Okay, and very less productivity of seeds, and they were using the backward technology in the agriculture system. So that is considered as primitive methods of cultivation. Still we are performing with the primitive methods of cultivation. Still, introductions of green revolution, so many, which means that more than 75% of farmers, they were using just primitive methods of cultivation only. And after green revolution, so many family got subsidies to purchasing the different tractors, tillers, fertilizers, like that only. So it helps to improve the agriculture productivity. And next one, agriculture marketing. Yes, agriculture marketing, in the sense our farmer were selling their products to money lenders and traders, which they have cheated the agriculture farmers through faulty measures and account manipulating. Okay, so this was the main reason, which means the farmers will not get a good price for their products. They were selling their products with the very lowest prices, and middlemen always trying to mislead the farmers with a very cheapest rate for their products, and he will sell the products for the consumers with the highest prices. So this was the problems of agriculture marketing. And next one, that inadequate storage facilities. Yes, every agriculture products which requires the proper storage facilities, either it is durable or it is perishables. And of course, the farmers have to wait for demand in the market, and also they have to wait for a good price for their products. So till then, they have to preserve their products, and of course, it requires a better storage facilities. Yes, the warehousing is considered as a storage facilities. India established different agencies under this agency. So one is Food Corporation of India, FCI, and Central Warehousing Corporations. And Central Warehousing Corporations. Two agencies were established to providing the warehousing facility to the agriculture products. And next one, inadequate transport. We know that the transport is very important, which requires to connected with the markets for agriculture products. Yes, in our country, this is the main problems, in the sense even today also there are so many villages, they don't have a proper road facilities and proper transport facilities. Yes, in case of sugarcane, if it is possible to reach as soon as after cutting the sugar canes, so the yieldings is very high. Otherwise, day by day, it lost its yielding capacity. So this is the main problems in our country which belongs to issues in agriculture sectors. Yes, there are so many problems which are real causes for low productivity in agriculture sectors. Okay, yes, so these are all the different problems, these are all different issues in agriculture sector in India. Next, going to that, what are the priority sectors, that priority area for support to agriculture system? Yes, that enhancing agriculture productivity, competitiveness and rural growth. Yes, that improvement or promoting the modern technology and reforms in agriculture research and extensions. So this is the main methods we have to adopt to improve the agriculture field. Yes, of course, ignorance of farmers, which means that they don't know about the modern system of cultivations. So just providing the educations, providing the trainings to the farmers with the very cheapest rate. So what it leads, it helps to improve the agriculture sectors. The farmers play a major role in the agriculture sector if we are research towards improve the farmer skill, farmers knowledge, which helps to improve the agriculture productivity. And next one, improving water resource and irrigations. Already, as I told, we have 18% of world populations, and also we have only 4% of world fresh waters, and 80% of total fresh water drawn by agriculture sector only. Then only 48.8% of, which means 140 million hectare area which have proper irrigation facilities, and 51% of total area which belongs to rain fed. Okay, that is why that proper irrigation facility is very important to manage the agriculture system in a proper way. And next one, facilitating agriculture diversification to higher value commodities. Yes, diversification, which means changes in the cropping pattern and shift of workforce in agriculture allied activities, poultry farming and nurseries. So these are all different particular activity which belongs to agriculture diversification. Yes, not only focusing on the main crops of agriculture production. So yes, just not only focusing on main crops of agriculture production, instead of that, just we are trying to take a cash crops methodology. So this is belongs to that agriculture diversifications. So which brings the high income, focusing on farming that activities also. So this is belongs to that facilitating agriculture diversification. Okay. And next one, promoting high growth commodities. Yes, the promoting high growth commodities which belongs to farming of cash crops and fruits and vegetables, which brings the high income comparing to that food grains. For focusing on these types of productions also, which brings the good income. Yes, and next one, poverty alleviation and community actions. So what are the different programs which have initiated by the government to remove the poverty elevation program, which provide the financial assistance to self-help activities. So these types of programs which helps to the people draw towards good income, a good standard of living, and which remove the problems of over dependence on agriculture sectors. Okay, so this is which related to that poverty elevation and community actions. And also the government has introduced different minimum support prices and introduced that public distribution system and introduced that procurement prices. So these are all different schemes, different policies which helps to farmers also as well as consumers also. The government will purchase the agriculture commodities by the farmers with the best rate, and of course it distributed the agriculture food grains to the consumers through public distribution system, so which helps to maintain the welfare in the society. Okay, so these are all different supporting area to agriculture sector. However, just it is very necessary to take a task towards improve in the agriculture field. And next go to another concept, that is land reforms in India. What do you mean by land reforms? Land reforms means just transferring the ownership of land to tillers. This is called land reforms. Yes, which primarily refers to change the ownership of land holdings to tillers. Yes, before going to objectives of land reforms, we have to discuss some important facts about the land reforms. During the colonial period and before independence, farmers were working in others' land as a tenants. Yes, in 1950 to 72, during the particular timings, just they have introduced, the government of India introduced about land reforms. Before that, there were so many tax systems were existed. Yes, zamindari system, raitwari system and mahalwari system. Yes, zamindari system, this tax system introduced by colonial government, this tax system introduced by colonial government, so that is zamindari system, raitwari system, and mahalwari system. These three systems is main, it tells about tax system collected by colonial government, collected by British rulers. Yes, zamindari system introduced by Lord Cornwallis, and according to zamindari system, just landlords, they have to collected the tax by their tenures, and these landlords considered as zamindars, and of course there were so many farmers, they were working in the lands of zamindars and they have to pay the tenures, even they were not able to get minimum yieldings from them. So by compulsory they were collecting the tax by tenures. So according to Raitwari system, that is proprietor of land, they have to pay the taxes directly to the government. So that is coming under the Raitwari system. And Mahalwari system, it is also related to Zamindari system. They have responsibilities to collecting the tax by the tenures, and this introduced by Lord Mountbatten. So these are all different tax system by colonial rulers, and of course these are all which led or resulted at a bad situations of peasant families. They were not able to pay the taxes. If they are not able to pay the taxes, they have lost their lands and they have lost their all the working rights. So this was the condition. Yes, of course, what are the outcomes of this important tax system, which means agriculture productivity was very less and it made the peasant family to extreme indebtedness. Okay, so this was the conditions. Yes, after got independent or in during the period of 1950 to 70, so just British government has introduced land reform. According to the land reforms, the tiller become owner of that lands. And of course, it is refers to change the ownership of land holdings to the tenures. Okay, so this is the land reforms. Yes, what are the objectives of lands? So it is nothing but a redistributions of land to tillers. Okay, so what are the objectives of land? Yes, redistributions of land among the society, and which tells about the land holdings not in a one hand, and of course it is with a few many hands. Okay, so this is considered as a redistributions of land. And land ceiling. What do you mean by land ceiling? Land ceiling, which means that is fixation of land. Fixation of land. Okay, so by the way, that marginal farmers also can get some amount of lands for their cultivation, for their requirements. Okay, so this is land ceiling policies taken by the government. And next one, removal of rural poverty. So this was the major objectives of to introducing the land reforms. Yes, by improving their productive capacity, by providing the lands to the agriculture people, which means tenures, they are also have rights to cultivating for themselves, just improving their income. Okay, by the way, just try to remove the rural poverty. And the next one, abolitions of intermediaries. Abolitions of intermediaries, which means intermediaries, just they were working as a broker between government and farmers. Abolitions of those intermediaries, that every farmers can get benefited from the government directly. And the next one, the tenancy reforms. Tenancy reforms means removing all the tax system like zamindari, raitwari, mahalwari system. Just it was depends upon agriculture productivity. And the next one, increasing agriculture productivity. Yes, how to increase the agriculture product? See, if this particular land belongs to me, so I am taking the full responsibilities of particular land. Yes, see, if the particular land area belongs to me, then I can take the responsibilities. If it does not belong to me, which means I am working for another, so I am no need to take responsibilities. What they will give, I will do that. But if belongs to a particular person, then which means every farmer, every tenor will take responsibilities for their products. By the way, just by redistributions of land, by land reforms, or by confirmations of ownership of that particular land, just they have taken the responsibilities, and just they were trying to improve the agriculture productivity for their consumptions, for their good income. And the next one, to ensure the social equality through economic parity. Yes, of course, the social equality always distracted by haves and have-nots. Yes, removing this inequality, the society will go with a good manner. And of course, that economic strength, and of course economic strength or income, or that product agriculture productivity, so these are all which improve the standard of living of the person. So these are all which improve the standard of living of the farmers. Yes, of course, which helps and of course, yes, which leads to everybody has, there were no have nots. Okay, so these are all different objectives of land reforms. That's why the government has taken the particular process. It is called land reforms. Okay, yes, my dear students, in this session we have discussed about the second chapter, that issues in agriculture in India. Yes, what are the major problems of agriculture sector, and what are the different supportive areas to agriculture sector, and also we have discussed land reforms and objectives of land reforms. Yes, I am coming to the end of this session. Dear students, I would like to say thank you all, and in the next session just we can discuss about further part of this chapter, that is agriculture marketing, agriculture price policy, and some of facts which belongs to land reforms. Okay, yes, I hope you have enjoyed, and thank you once again.